And for your birthday treasure present from 10 a.m. to midnight, play any slot machine and find your lucky red token, take it to our reception desk to qualify for your present. Or play tables, and if you're sitting in the lucky chair, you're a winner. There's 15,000 rands in prizes up for grabs, plus loads of lucky prizes to be given away. Get to the Golden Horse Casino on Tuesday the 9th of September and have fun in our treasure hunt. It's the place to be. The Golden Horse, making more winners in more ways.
I'll need something stunning to wear. Jewelry and accessories. Where will I find them?
At the Nedbank Eastern Bridal Fair, of course.
And when is that?
The Nedbank Eastern Bridal Fair at the Kendra Hall, Durban, from Friday 19th to Sunday 21st September from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. with dazzling fashion shows daily. Visit the website at easternbride.co.za for more info.
Hey, but you don't even have a man yet.
Well, maybe I will find one there too.
Not the 8:45 news is brought to you by Nully's Silk Sarees in the Phoenix Plaza and Chatsworth Centre. Nully's, where women have their choice.
Stop whatever you're doing right now. Look at your radio. In the next 5 seconds, you will see colorful saris floating around. See it? You can't? Of course you can't. To see the best selection of Kanchipuram, Benares, Shararas, bridals and prayer saris, come to Nully Silk Sarees with branches at Phoenix Plaza and Chatsworth Centre. Stop staring at the radio. Come experience great service and international quality at Nully Silk Sarees, where women have their choice.
I've just got some brilliant answers from Porky. I'll share that with you in a moment. But right now, though, it's a little after 8:30. And as the name suggests, it's time for South Africa's #1 news show, not the 8:45 news. The show that brought Bollywood superstar Udit Narayan and troupe, as well as the Dream Girls, to the country this week. And the show that has brought media publicity to South Africa's version of Johnny Lever, Keshto Mukherjee, Pran, Jagdeep, Amrish Puri and Paintal all rolled into one. Sunny Gayadin.
Featuring reports from our international team of journalists, including those based in Meadowlands, Newlands, Canelands, Cottonlands, Greylands, Bushlands, New Gelderland, Fairland, Heartland, Heatherlands, Highlands and Anoti.
And presented as usual by the men that women love to hate, myself, Vikash Mathura.
And Ray Mirage. Good morning.
Good morning, but first, as usual, a word from our chief sponsors for the morning news.
Gargumni.
And it's on to our top story. This week in New York was the annual Latin Grammy Awards, where the biggest award of the event, the Lifetime Achievement Award, went to Jennifer Lopez's Butt. The award was a compensation for the biggest bomb of her movie career with the release of Giggly. The film was regarded as one of the biggest bombs of the year. In fact, President Bush, on hearing that the film had bombed, appeared on national television and had this to say.
I promise, I swear, we will get whoever did this.
This week in New York is tax-free week. Anything under $110 is tax-free. Everyone is taking advantage of it. Just yesterday, President Clinton got a women's dress half off. In a related story, California Governor Gray Davis has asked former President Bill Clinton to be his advisor. And after a short meeting, Clinton had this to say about Governor Davis.
How? This guy is so naive. Governor Davis is so wet behind the ears. Believe it or not, Davis still thinks that interns are admin staff.
And we'll be back after a visit to the marketplace.
Dhania, Karela, Methi, Bhaji. Bring your Aja and your Aji. Tomatoes, potatoes and half-ripe berries available only at quarter price from Harry's. And this week's specials, everybody, if you come by my stall at Claywood Market, we got South African Fashion Week specials. That's right, ladies' shoes up to 90% discount. You heard correct, 90% discount on imported shoes. But please note, ladies, you can only get the 90% discount if you buy the first pair that you try. All the other shoes, second and third and fourth and fifth and sixth tried shoes that you try on, all going at fixed prices. Also on special this week, exclusive by my stall, Harry's Stick-On Sweat Tattoos. That's right, The lifelike looking droplets of fake sweat that will fool your boss into thinking that you're working very hard. And finally, a very good tip from my next door stall neighbor Bushknife Krish. To avoid going through life in an embarrassing position, you must always remember to be careful when you use super glue. That's right. Always remember that when you are using super glue, it is a good idea that you don't pick your nose at the same time. So don't forget, everybody, dhania, karela, methi, bhaji, bring your aja and your aji.
We're back.
News just in now. The University of Maryland has found in a study of 200,000 Americans that people who live in suburbs weigh about 10 kilograms more than city dwellers. The reason, apparently, why people in cities are skinnier is because they are spending so much time running from muggers.
And finally, a South African company has launched a robotic vacuum cleaner called the Roomba. The robot has performed extremely well in tests, such as cleaning carpets. However, the robot will not receive the endorsement from the South African government. According to a spokesperson, he claims the reason for this is that it's no good at sweeping things under the carpet.
And that's the end of the news for this week.
So until next Saturday,
Or the 13th of September.
whichever comes first,
Goodbye.
goodbye.
Hey, come on, come on. Why you never tell me about the super glue story before I could put my finger in my nose? Come here, you.
And not the 8:45 news was brought to you by Nully's Silk Saris in the Phoenix Plaza and Chatswood Center. Nully's, where women have their choice.
गुमशुदा गुमशुदा कोई हुआ कहाँ हुआ कल था मैं यहाँ वो भी थी यहीं मैं हूँ फिर यहाँ लेकिन वो नहीं ओ कल था मैं यहाँ वो भी थी यहीं मैं हूँ फिर यहाँ लेकिन वो नहीं गुमशुदा 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 देखने में है हंसी रहती है यही कहीं खो गई हाँ खो गई वो परी वो अप्सरा दिल नशीन दिल रुबा खो गई हाँ खो गई फिरता हूँ यहाँ वहाँ ले गए अपने दिल और जान फिरता हूँ यहाँ वहाँ ले गए अपने दिल और जान ढूंढा सारा जहाँ क्या जाने वो है कहाँ गुमशुदा 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 ओ गुमशुदा गुमशुदा ओ रे गुमशुदा दिल की इन बातों से मैं था बिल्कुल अनजाना दिल की इन बातों से मैं था बिल्कुल अनजाना लेकिन उस लड़की ने कर डाला है दीवाना जहाँ भी मैं देखूं लगता है वो खड़ी है बस उसका ही चेहरा आंखों में हर घड़ी है इतनी भी क्या बेचैनी है क्या है दास्तां गुमशुदा 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 ओ रे गुमशुदा love day यारा तुम जो मुझको उस लड़की से मिलवा दो यारा तुम जो मुझको उस लड़की से मिलवा दो मेरी खोई खुशियाँ जो फिर वापस दिलवा दो घर जो दिखा दो उसका घर अपना लुटा दो यारा अब जो मिले वो मुझको उसे अपना बना लो यारा जाने पूरे गमों के बेचारे के अरमान गुमशुदा 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 देखने में है हंसी रहती है यही कहीं खो गई खो गई वो परी वो अप्सरा दिल नशीन दिलरुबा खो गई हाँ खो गई फिरता हूँ यहाँ वहाँ लेके अपने दिल और जा ढूंढा सारा जहाँ क्या जाने वो है कहाँ गुमशुदा 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 ओ दिलरुबा गुमशुदा 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 मेरी महबूबा गुमशुदा 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 मेरी दिलरुबा
Lotus FM.
The estimated 3 million rand lotto jackpot on Wednesday wasn't won, which means that the jackpot for this Saturday's draw has rolled over to an incredible estimated 7 million rand. So hurry up and get to your lotto ticket for this Saturday's draw because it's the only way you stand a chance of winning an estimated 7 million rands. Get your lotto ticket. It's your license to dream.
I have a job. It's not going to work. Again?
Oh, Mondays.
Horrible.
Just awful. Impossible.
Ouch.
Come on, give us something.
Cheer up.
Gotta be kidding me.
There is a simple solution to brightening your Monday.
Really?
Which is 3. Fraser.
Will and Grace?
To practice.
What? 3.
Fraser
and Will. Grace?
To practice. 3. Interesting. Mondays are no longer blue. SABC 3. Much better.
It's 14 and a half minutes to 9 o'clock. Of course, Gumshuda with Sonu Nigam for Shah Rukh Khan in the hit movie Chalte Chalte is great. You know, the movie's broken records across the world. Very, very well received. Did you get to watch Chalte Chalte, Ray?
Yes, I did. I thought it was a good movie. I
You
probably
thought 7
rated
out
it,
of 10.
Yeah, 6.5 at least.
Yeah. What's your favorite all-time movie?
Difficult to say. I don't seem to remember movies that well. I don't have a favorite movie of all time like you do with Sholay and Satte Pe Satta and stuff like that.
No, not Satte Pe Satta. I like the soundtrack from the movie, but Sholay definitely.
Actually, no major favorites. You know, maybe Dil Se, which is not everybody's favorite as well.
I thoroughly enjoyed Dil Se as well.
I'm a difficult guy to please when it comes to Indian movies.
We know that.
And, you know, I was given tickets to attend the premiere of the new Abhishek movie on Thursday.
Kuch Na Kaho.
That's right. And I wasn't sure who was starring the movie, so I asked Roshni, who's the star? And she says, it's Abhishek. I said, no, thank you. Because I do believe that there are two people that shouldn't be in the movie business.
Yeah.
And that's Isha Deol and Abhishek.
Right. Although there are lots of women listening in who would be looking for your jugular right now.
Yeah.
Who are huge fans of Abhishek.
That's the way I feel about it.
And I do believe that Mumbai Se Aaya Mera Dost is on the big screen as well. Another Abhishek movie. I think Lada Datta is in that movie with him.
I was speaking to our resident expert on Indian movies, and he says he was so pleased that this wasn't released at the IFA Awards because it is a major disaster as far as he's concerned.
Really? I've heard. I haven't seen the movie myself, but I've heard some fairly decent critique on the movie, especially if you one of those people who sits and enjoys a 3-hour deep, slow-paced movie. It's perfect.
Okay, we've got your results to your GK question.
Just before the GK, I've got another answer.
From Porky.
From Porky.
Yeah, what does he say?
Porky reckons if it wasn't Babe Ruth, right?
Uh-huh.
Then it would have, and because of your clue on cricket,
yeah,
it would have to have been Bhavan from Lagan. The prince of the little state and the king of the great game.
Yeah, but Bhavan wasn't a prince, was he?
No, but he became the Don after his winning of the cricket match, didn't he?
Technically, could very well be.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the answer we were looking for was Ranji Singhji. Ranji Singhji, and we had
Rashni Singh, did you say?
No, Ranji Singhji.
Ranji.
Ranji Singhji, an Indian cricketer, very famous. Only correct answer from...
no question, undoubtedly, very famous.
From Ravi Govender of Durban. And
I should have known.
Cryptic clue, where to get clean but suffer a setback after reaching a city. A city is Bath, but if you reverse the word but, you get tub. So the answer is Bath Tub. Correct answers from Praveen Sham of Guadagusa, Mr. M.R. Reddy from Zinto, and Mr. S.V. Reddy of Zinto. Bath Tub is your answer. And now your second batch of questions. Your GK firstly. In which language are the Buddhist scriptures written? In which language are the Buddhist scriptures written? And your cryptic clue, stick to the back of the car or one goes on foot. Stick to the back of the car or one goes on foot. Your answer is one word, 7 letters. Stick to the back of the car or one goes on foot. One word, 7 letters. Now, I've got a very interesting bit of trivia to share with the listeners.
Yeah, before you do your trivia,
yeah,
because you've gained this reputation, Ray, of being a radio show host who asks the most brilliant of questions.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, that's not my perception. That's public perception.
And you're not being kind when you say that.
No, not at all. I'm not being facetious at all. No. Just. The Porky suggests that we change the way we introduce our breakfast shows.
And we call it?
We should say, welcome to the weekend liftoff. With Vikash Mathura in Johannesburg.
Yeah.
And Jeremy Maggs in Durban.
Now here's the question. Who were the original Tom, Dick and Harry? All of us use the phrase Tom, Dick and Harry. But who were the original Tom, Dick and Harry?
Well, we know where Harry came from.
Harry's from the Claywood Market.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Tom?
Tom.
Tom and Jerry.
Yeah, and Dick?
That's just colloquial.
Okay. Okay, so further to... Okay, the original Tom, Dick and Harry were probably the Dunstan brothers who lived in Fulbrook near Oxfordshire in the late 18th century. Now, although from a prosperous family, they took to a life of crime as highwaymen. After robbing stagecoaches, they escaped with their stolen goods into the Witchwood Forest. To avoid capture, they shot their horses backwards to cause confusion, so that if you saw the horses' tracks, you wouldn't be able to follow them. Now, while attempting to rob a house at Tangley Hall, Dick slipped his arm through the shutter of a door to slide back the bolt, but the occupiers grasped it and tied it to the catch. And one of the brothers, not wishing Dick to be captured, drew his sword and severed Dick's arm at the elbow, and the three of them escaped on horseback. A few days later, two forest laborers saw Tom and Harry burying Dick in a shallow grave because he died as a result of his wounds. But one of the laborers was seen watching and was shot dead. His body was added to Dick's in the ground. In 1767, Tom and Harry rode into a tavern at Caps Lodge, where Harry got into a fight with the tapster, William Harding, and shot him. Two more men joined into the fight, and the brothers were overpowered, and the constable was sent for and delivered them to the Gloucester jail. William Harding died from his wounds a few days later, and the brothers were sentenced to death by hanging, their bodies to be hung in chains until they rotted. And as Harry approached the scaffold, he called out to his brother, who was lame, "Come, Tom, you have but one leg, but you have little time to stand." And after the execution, their bodies were encased in iron to hang them from an oak tree close to their home. So the original Tom, Dick, and Harry were highwaymen in England.
That's an amazing story. And we use the Tom, Dick, and Harry proverb very loosely these days.
And tomorrow I'll share with you why the shape and position of the black squares on one half of a crossword mirror the other side. Fascinating stuff, isn't it?
Gosh, I feel so empowered.
You can't wait until tomorrow.
I feel like I've grown up now.
I'm so glad that I've made a difference in your life.
Oh, you made a big difference. That's for sure. 7.5 minutes to 9.
Let's go to music.
Still ahead, we've got Shona Chetty with the news at the top of the hour. Thereafter, Uncle Speru and Bala at 9:15. And don't forget, Uncle Speru and Bala will be coming to Phoenix. That's right, the all-new Uncle Speru and Bala live in concert with Pukni Mosa and Dolia Mosi and their entourage heading to Phoenix at the Rydalvale Sports Stadium on the 8th of November. So diarize that date, all the guys in Phoenix, Saturday the 8th of November at the Rydalvale Sports Stadium. They'll be coming through there. We'll talk to them at 9:15. Your dedications, emails, correspondence at 9:30. We've got Sunny Gaideen in the studio at 9:30 as well, together with, I believe, his mimicry artist for the Udit Narayan concert. Ticket giveaways for the Udit Narayan concert as well. We'll tell you about Dream Girls in Johannesburg, parting shots, Pukti Mosa, Dolia Mosi, and more between now and 10 o'clock.
Did you know that Sanj collects stamps?
Is he...
He's a very avid stamp collector.
That makes him a philatelist,
That's right. Now, and every afternoon after his session at the SABC, he goes into the pub, the local tavern in Clare Estate, and has a couple of beers before he gets home, because the beers help him to... so that when he looks at his wife, she looks so much more prettier.
Yeah, right, sure.
So, so there's this pretty woman that comes into the pub every single day as well.
Yeah.
And Sanj, you know, that he's a real man's man, and he's a bit of a flirt as well.
Yeah.
And Sanj says, "Ooh, you're more beautiful than any of the stamps in my collection," Sanj says to her. And she tells Sanj, "Philately will get you nowhere." You enjoyed that, did you?
Philately will get you nowhere.
You enjoyed that, did you?
That was very punny.
You enjoyed that, did you?
No, I feel empowered again. You know, just when I think I'm getting down again, I'm getting over that empowerment thing, you come up with one of these.
You enjoyed that, did you?
Yeah, no, absolutely, Ray, absolutely. But you know, I know, Ray, I know what you're thinking.
What am I thinking?
That because you have Porky who's trying to be facetious by insinuating that I should be paired, that I am paired by Jeremy Maggs in Durban rather than by Ray Maharaj. You know, just a word of advice.
Yes.
Don't worry what other people think about you. Don't worry about what people think about you.
Okay.
They don't do it often enough anyway.
We'll be back.
Na 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 na.
Let's party! குண்டு 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 பொண்ணே கூப்பிடுது ரெண்டு கண்ணே கண்ணாடி ரோசாவே மீச குத்தி காயமா ஆனா ஆவனா அந்த பெற்ற பேரனா தன்னதானே முத்தப்படி ஏறி உன்னை முட்டி நிறப்பேனே குண்டு 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 பொண்ணே கூப்பிடுது ரெண்டு கண்ணே
Lotus FM.
Giant Concerts presents Udit Narayan, India's sensational playback singer. Get set for the mega musical evening featuring vocalist Deepa, Uparna, Nayan Rathod, with filmy dances and the Udit Narayan Bollywood Band. Westridge on the 6th, The Dome on the 7th, Cape Town on the 8th. Previous shows are sellout. Get your tickets now from CompuTicket, AA Video, Golden Jewelers, Cass & Taylors, Maharaj Prayer Goods and Rupanans.
Imagine the opportunity to be part of the world's most prestigious property development, where you can invest in luxury apartment homes in the world's #1 tourist destination. Imagine Dubai, the economic hub of the Middle East, where you can own freehold property with a guaranteed rental income and residence visa. La Riviera Tower at Dubai Marina. Own the luxury. For private viewing, call 971-4299-6968. Visit our launch at the Hilton Hotel Durban, 5 to 7 September, and the Hilton Hotel Santon, 12 to 14 September. Or log on to our website, larivieratower.com.
This news bulletin is brought to you with the compliments of the Chatsworth Centre.
Looking for an upmarket shopping experience with a difference? You'll find it at the center of the action, Chatsworth Centre. With more than 150 stores to engage your interests, plus cinemas and restaurants, Chatsworth Centre offers you the latest fashion and accessories, as well as groceries, furniture and more. With so much to see and do, it's no wonder it's been the focal point for the community for the last 10 years. Open every day with loads of free parking. Chatsworth Centre, the heart of Chatsworth.
Good morning. One of the most wanted criminals in the Ritgat area north of Pretoria has been wounded in a shootout with police. Police Inspector Anton Breed say police found the 30-year-old man hiding in a graveyard. A shootout ensued when the suspect opened fire and he was wounded in the foot. The suspect is wanted in connection with 15 cases, including murder, housebreaking, rape, as well as hijackings. The Democratic Alliance says costs incurred in the first 6 months with regards to the use of the presidential jet in Kwazi is a damning indictment of government spending priorities. The DA says the total cost for 32 flights, 15 international and 17 national, amounts to over 13 million rand. Party spokesperson Nick Cleland-Stokes says using South African Airways flights would have been significantly cheaper. The death toll in the blast in Indian-controlled Kashmir has climbed to 6, with 25 people wounded. The explosion ripped through a fruit market in the summer capital of Srinagar. Police say they suspect the blast was triggered by explosives planted inside a three-wheeler taxi. India's northern rival Pakistan has long claimed Kashmir as one of its provinces. Earlier this week, Indian police charged 4 Muslims for the twin car bombings in Mumbai, which killed 52 people. One person has been confirmed dead and 10 others injured after a roller coaster accident in California. The engine hauling cars on a popular roller coaster ride at the Disneyland theme park came loose as the train went through a dark tunnel. A man in the first passenger car was found dead by emergency workers. Investigators are looking into how the locomotive disconnected itself. And finally, early reports of damage are coming in as the most powerful hurricane to hit Bermuda in half a century sweeps across the archipelago. Power lines
the uncles Peru and Bala in just a while. I do believe there was a special message for the two of them yesterday, Ray.
A special message for?
From one of their old friends who called Sanj in the studio.
Yeah, apparently somebody called Boya says he's still alive. Why have we forgotten him?
Who's we?
The uncles.
The uncles.
And us.
And us.
And us.
Because we haven't inquired. I mean, we'll find out in a while.
Yeah.
We'll find out in a while. At 9:30, do we have confirmation of the interview?
Yeah, the gentlemen are in the studio at the moment. We'll be talking to them at approximately 9:30.
This is the Johnny Lever look-alike?
The Johnny Lever look-alike, I'm trying to find the script. He looks like Johnny Lever.
Kesto
Mukherjee, Pental, Pran, Amrish Puri, all rolled into one, Sunny Gaidin.
Right. So we'll be talking to Sunny at about 9:30. The promoter from Giant Concerts for the Udit Narayan show, which kickstarts its South African tour at the Westridge Stadium tonight in Durban. We also got confirmation that last night in Newcastle, there were just over 1,500 people at the Newcastle Farmers Hall who caught Dream Girls, and they're on the bus on the way to Johannesburg, Carnival City. We've got ticket giveaways for the Udit Narayan show. Is that a confirmation?
Yes, we have one set of double tickets to give away to the Durban concert tonight.
So that's for tonight's show. Stay tuned. If you haven't got your tickets yet, you could get those tickets for this evening's show. We've also got Pukni Mosa, Dolia Mosi, your dedications, emails, correspondence, and the parting shots. And I've just received a very, very threatening SMS.
SMS from, and let me guess.
Yeah.
Sherry Mahavir.
You got it too?
No, I didn't. Yeah, but I'm guessing.
That's an amazing guess, Ray. She says, just a note. You're so dead, Mr. Mathura. Oh, and the professor as well. Remember, dynamite comes in small packages. Thank you, Sherry. Just to give me a second, Ray. I've just got the wife on the line. Honey, hi. Me. Vikash. Yeah. That insurance policy. Yeah. Just call him and ask him to increase the premium, the life cover. Vikash. Yeah. Who's speaking? Sorry, wrong number. Sorry. I'm just nervous. I'm tensioned. I'm shivering. It's 9:15. Time to welcome the uncles into our studios in Durban and Johannesburg.
The Uncle's Pair Umbrella brought to you with the compliments of SK Naidu's of the Chatswood Centre and the Phoenix Plaza for top quality and affordable prices.
SK Naidu's invites you to experience grandeur with their latest range of saris at incredibly low prices. Printed peach skin and crepe silk saris from 40 Rand. Crushed silk and Italian silk embroidered Jardosi saris from 300 Rand. Gauri and Gumapi kolam silk saris from 300 Rand. Latest Swarovski diamond silk embroidered saris 200 Rand. Printed Gauri type Resham bordered saris from 150 Rand. And silk bandhani gold checkered saris 250 Rand. Why pay more? Come see our genuine low prices on the widest range of saris at SK Naidu's, Chatswood Centre and Phoenix Plaza. Right, now there's a lot of things that still need to be done on the show this morning. 45 minutes to go, and let's kickstart the last 45 minutes by saying a very good morning and vanakkam to Uncle Peru in Durban.
Vanakkam, Vikash. How are you, ma?
I'm very well, thank you, Uncle Peru. And yourself?
I'm very well. It is so cold in Durban. It was raining last night.
But you lucky because you've got your cardigan, right?
I got my cardigan, I got my hat. And then it shouldn't be very bad for me.
Right. Well, let me welcome Uncle Bala into the studio.
Vanakkam, Peru.
Vanakkam, ma. How are you?
I'm okay. Got into trouble this week again. You know, normal.
What happened, ma?
No, I was running down the road. You know, I stay here in Joburg, right?
Right.
I was running down the street by Randburg side.
Right.
Madan stopped me, you know?
Right.
He reckon, Bala, where you running to at such a speed? At your age, you should not be running like that, you know?
Nice to ask, yeah.
Yeah, I said, out of my way, Madan, get out. I just ran past one beautiful woman.
Right.
He reckon, yeah, but what's the problem? I reckon, no, I ran into this beautiful woman. Get out of my way.
So what's so dangerous about running into a beautiful woman?
Now, that's what he also asked me. Nice to ask, you know?
Right.
He reckon you ran into a beautiful woman. Why you running? What's the problem?
What you said?
Madan, you don't understand. I ran into her husband as well. Right, move. I was giving it.
You know, Vikash came to Durban yesterday.
Yeah.
Vikash came by my house to visit.
Right.
He told you the story.
No, he didn't tell me.
Vikash came to my house. Now, Padma wasn't there.
Yeah.
Now, Navas was there by my house.
Navas is... Navas, your girlfriend, Navas.
Navas came by my house. We call her Ilda for short.
Ilda,
Gonna say, not forget, Navas is your girlfriend.
Navas my girlfriend. I'm wondering what Navas doing in your house.
Gonna Segri was by my house, right?
Yeah.
Now I said, you know, handsome boy, Vikash is coming, you must treat him nicely.
Right, yeah.
Oh, you, I said, I'm just going to go to the bathroom for a few minutes. Now I can hear what Ilda is telling Vikash.
Right.
In the piers, she loosened a jacket and
don't tell me.
And she's telling Vikash.
But it's not nice for ladies to loosen their jacket in front of Vikash, eh?
I know.
He got no control, that boy.
She said, meow, meow, look at me now.
Yeah.
Oh, my dear, I'm getting so worried in the bathroom now.
And you can hear, Peru?
It's my girlfriend. She's telling Vikash, meow, meow, look at me now.
Oh, she's telling poetry.
Now, in the piers, she lifted a skirt.
Don't tell me.
And she's telling Vikash, meow, meow, look at me now. Little bit skirt she lifted, you know, she's in her legs. Oh, I'm getting so worried. I'm trying to rush and come out of the bathroom now.
Yeah.
Next thing I hear, she took out the top button of the blouse. She said, Vikash, meow, meow, look at me now. I said, oh my dear, what is this is going on?
Because she never did that for you.
Yeah, then I heard Vikash saying, woof, woof, I'm a poof. Then I was okay a little bit.
Yeah, okay, vanakkam, Peru. Vanakkam, ma. We finished now. Let me tell you what happened to 9 boy.
What happened, ma?
How old is my 9?
Your 9 is 6 years old, ma.
Yeah. No, that is 7, Arden. 7 is 6.
7 is 6, yeah.
Yeah, 9 boy is 8 now, you know?
9 boy is 8 years
yeah,
old, eh?
My 9 boy is 8 now, right?
Very nice.
Now, 9 boy, every day for the last 1 year, he's learning how to drive his father's car, you know?
He's learning to drive, such a small boy.
Very clever boy. So he, for last 1 year, he's saying, every time he phone me, he sees me, he say, Tata, Tata, please buy me a car.
But he's too young to drive.
Now, I keep telling him, I say, 9 boy, when I was your age, you know, I used to walk from home to school, I should walk to work, and everywhere I should go by feet, you know?
That's why Swami gave us 2 legs to walk.
Swami, same thing I told him, pero these young boys don't learn. I called him yesterday, I said, 9 boy, what did I tell you? He reckon, no, Tata, please buy 1 car from me. I said, why did Swami give you 1 left leg and 1 right leg?
Nice to ask, yeah.
He reckon left leg is for the brake, right leg is for the accelerator. Clever boy.
You know, you're talking about driving. I was taking my donkey and going to Bethlehem yesterday.
You nice for you and Padma to go out,
Not
you know?
my missus, man, my donkey now.
Oh,
now we were going to Bethlehem, and then Ira was driving past with his van.
Ira, you bought new van,
So
no?
Ira said, why don't I get on the van and we'll tow the donkey? So I said, all right, we took a rope now, we tied it by my donkey and he's driving the van.
Right.
Now he's going faster and faster and the donkey is running after the van. The donkey is going just as fast as the van.
Right,
Now
right.
Ira is going faster, he's going 100 kilometers an hour.
So fast.
And my donkey running behind the van 100 kilometers an hour. Now Ira is looking in the review mirror. He's saying, Uncle Peru, I'm worried about your donkey. I said, why? He said, I'm driving 100 and your donkey is running behind the car 100. I said, don't worry, my donkey is a very fit and a very fast donkey. 5 minutes later, he said, Uncle Peru, I'm worried about your donkey.
Again?
I said, why? He said, your donkey's tongue is sticking out. I said, which way the tongue is sticking out?
Yeah, nice to ask, you know?
He said, it's showing on the right-hand side. The tongue is hanging out on the right-hand side. I said, all right, Ira, you don't worry about that. You just stay in this lane. The donkey want to overtake.
I phoned the Lotus people, not very friendly, yeah?
Why, ma?
I phoned Rashni the other day, you know, on Tuesday.
Right.
I said, hello. She said, hello. I said, I want to speak to Naresh Viren.
Naresh Viren, you don't work there now?
Yeah, and she told me Tuesday when I phoned her, she said, Uncle Bala,
Right.
I'm sorry, but Naresh Viren left Lotus FM, you know?
Oh, Rashni told you that.
Rashni told me. So I said, okay. Wednesday I phoned Rashni again, you know?
Right.
I said, Rashni, she said, hello, Uncle Bala. I said, I want to speak with Naresh Viren, please, you know?
Right.
She said, Uncle Bala, I told you yesterday Naresh Viren left. He resigned.
Right.
I said, okay. Thursday I phoned Rashni again.
Third time you're phoning now.
3 times now, yeah. I said, hello, Rashni. I want to speak to Naresh Viren.
What Rashni said?
She reckon, Uncle Bala, what is wrong with you? For 3 days now I'm telling you Naresh Viren left. Why you keep on calling?
What you said then?
I told her, no, nice to ask, you know. I said, no, I'm calling. I just like to hear how that sounds. Naresh Viren left, you know. It sounds so nice.
Okay, vanakkam.
Vanakkam, Peru. You're going concert today, Peru?
I'm going concert. I don't know, Sunny. I'm going to tell Sunny that Auntie want to come. Hilda want to come. Maybe can give 1, 2 free ticket for
But
us.
Sunny is ganja. He won't give one ticket.
Sunny look like Johnny Lever. He permed his hair and all today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
He said, look, Auntie put powder and came today.
Okay, vanakkam,
bye-bye.
Right, one of the first things that you learn on your honeymoon, and I'm sure you would have experienced this, Vikash. Is that when you're carrying your bride over the threshold, always go in sideways.
Correct.
Unless, of course, 2 broken ankles and a concussion turns you on.
Yeah. My parting shot for the morning. No matter how gorgeous she looks, just remember that some other guy somewhere in the world is sick and tired of putting up with her nonsense every day.
That's interesting.
Take Aishwarya and Salman, for example.
Yeah, of course.
This has been a Ray Vikash Ravi production.
Dolia? Dolia? Hey, Dolia, tu kahan pe mar gaya? Dolia? I'm making food in the kitchen, Pukna. Why are you troubling me? You know my mother is coming for lunch today. I'm making lari and roti for Ma. You know lari is good for Ma's pressure, but what do you want? I am dying of hunger, yeah. 10 o'clock morning. From morning, you made tea and brought for me. Huh? You never bring tea for me. You gave me jam bread. Huh? Nay, Dele. But for your mother, last 2 hours you cooking. Curry roti. Tomorrow mine, eh? But you don't like my mother, Pukna. Why? Hamari my honey. But why you don't like her? I don't like your mother, Dulia, because she got the worst memory of any human being. What do you mean, Pukna? She's forgetting everything. No, she got worst memory means she remembers everything. You know, when we got married first time, she came, wild garment. And you remember I cut the dog's tail. Kutte ko tail cut diya. Because your mother still remembers that, eh? I forgot, Pukna. But why you cut that dog's tail? I cut the dog's tail, you forgot, because I didn't want you to wag its tail to make her feel welcome. You know, when your mother comes, her eyes are like pools. Like pools? Like pools, like football pools. Yeah, one home, one away. Why I'm laughing? Lucky I'm not like you, Pukna. I love your mother-in-law. You love your mother-in-law? I love your mother-in-law more than I love my mother-in-law. You very sweet. Now, you'd stop talking, go make breakfast for her husband. And give me kiss quickly.
Have a super Saturday, everybody. Don't forget Dream Girls in Joburg tonight. Udit Narayan live in Durban, Westford Stadium. We'll see you guys. Have a safe journey. I look forward to catching you guys later tonight. And if you're going to be on the roads,
don't drive any faster
than your guardian angel
can fly.
My parting shot for the morning. Isn't it strange, Ray? Isn't it strange that a group of very intelligent individuals combined into a political party can become collectively stupid?
Touché.
This has been a Ray Vikash Ravi production.
Dolia? Dolia? Tu kahan pe mar gaya? Dolia? Dolia? Come here. Pukna? What you doing? I'm eating my blood. I'm altering my blouse. I knew that wasn't sounding right. Altering blouse? I'm getting so fat, Pukna. None of my blouses are fitting. I'm just thinking, Dolia. I don't know if it's because I'm getting fat. You think you're getting fat, darling? Or maybe my shoulders are getting broad. What you wanted, Pukna? I was just thinking, Dolia. Why can't you be like Savvy? Oh, you know when Savvy's husband comes from work. Savvy runs by the door. Savvy hugs him. Savvy kisses him. Savvy takes his shoes, his juta out. Savvy presses his shoulders. And you know, Savvy and her husband, kitna baras married hai nahi? 20 years, over 20 years. Why you not like that, Dolia? Why you can't be like Savvy? Pooks?
Savi doesn't do that because she loves her husband, Pukna.
She doesn't hug him, kiss him, rub his shoulders, take his shoes out because she doesn't love him.
No, she doesn't do that because she loves her husband.
Why
or
she
she
does
wants
it
to
then?
make dular for him.
She makes dular, man.
Nay.
Why she does it then?
She only does it to make her dog jealous.
Jolia, tu sun le? Tu sun le? Ka tu sun le? You heard? Ruby and her husband getting divorced.
I heard they went by the court. Kabhel. What happened in court, Pukna?
See, Ruby bola something, right? Ruby told me, Your Honor, I want divorce. Ruby bolas, right? Your Honor, I want divorce. So Judge Puchlas, why, madam? Why you want divorce? So Ruby bolas, he says, because my husband not faithful to me. Bolas, right? My husband not faithful to me. The Judge Puchlas, the judge asked, how do you know, madam, that your husband not faithful? That he's unfaithful. Nice to ask. Right? So Ruby bolas, because not one of the children look like him. Lucky you not like that, Dolia. You my mota gola sundri.
You like my bumbly match. Come here, Pukna.
Yeah, the blouse not fitting, darling. You must wear sleeveless.
Nay, not fitting because I'm still wearing my jacket.
Have a super Sunday, everybody. We can go on like this until 10:30. Believe me. Yes, we know you guys agree with us.
Have a super week.
6 minutes after 10. Rakesh is standing by to bring you the music show between now and 1 o'clock. What's his name? Rat. All right. Rakesh has got music. Thanks for letting us stick around your time, Rakesh. You guys have a super week ahead. And whatever you do, if you are going to be on the roads,
Don't drive any faster
then your guardian angel
can fly.
International sport. She may be missing 2 teeth from the front. She may be mistaken for being a resident of Mitchell's Plain. But damn, she's got a gorgeous smile.
And I still look better than Vikash Mathura.
This is true. In drag.
Touché.
Nishant, I need to ask you.
Yes,
I was told that there was some quiz that was broadcast on the drive show yesterday with Neville Pillay, in which your answer was me.
That's right.
What was the quiz?
Well, there were 2 questions. One was, who is the 13th person from the left on our Lotus FM calendar?
The 13th person. Okay, all right.
And the second question was, who is missing from our Lotus FM calendar?
Right.
And the answer was you.
That is correct.
Yes.
And the 13th person was whom?
Well, I guessed Rakesh, but in actual fact, apparently it's me.
It was you?
Yeah. Well, that's what Neville says.
You were the lady with the big smile and the 2 teeth. Of course it was you.
That's right. How could you miss me?
How are you doing, Nishanta?
Fine, thanks. How are you, Vikash?
Good,
morning
not too
to Ray
bad.
as well. Well, good morning. In world sports today, Cardiff will be engulfed by a sea of red and white when Arsenal and Southampton descend on Wales for today's FA Cup final. Arsenal are playing in their 3rd successive FA Cup final, but for underdog Southampton, it is their first appearance in the showcase game for 27 years. Arsenal are desperate to avoid ending the season empty-handed, having lost out to Manchester United in the race for the Premiership title. The Gunners are overwhelming favourites to lift the FA Cup today, with bookmakers listing them around 1-3 and Southampton at 5-2. Thus, the Saints can at least boast a full-strength squad, while Arsenal are without suspended captain Sol Campbell and injured playmaker Patrick Vieira. The FA have reiterated the golden goal rule will not be applied. If the game is tied at the end of normal time, 30 minutes of extra time will be played, followed by a penalty shootout. In PSL fixtures for today, SuperSport United take on African Wanderers, Orlando Pirates play Wits University, and tomorrow Morocco Swallows play Kaizer Chiefs. In rugby news, defending champions, the Canterbury Crusaders beat the Wellington Hurricanes 39-16 to book their spot in the Super 12 final for the 5th time in 6 years. Loose forwards Sam Broomhall, Richie McCaw and replacement Scott Robertson scored tries as the Crusaders cruised to an emphatic win. The other semi-final takes place today between the ACT Brumbies and the Auckland Blues in Auckland. Kickoff is at 9:30 this morning. In cricket news, England's fast bowler Andrew Caddick has been ruled out of the Test series against Zimbabwe. He has been struggling with a foot injury and was expected to undergo a fitness test ahead of the match at Lords starting on the 22nd of May. but the problem has now been diagnosed as a damaged ligament in the arch of his right foot, and he will also miss the second test. Also in cricket, the very young West Indies squad takes on a very experienced Australian side today when they play in their first of 7 one-day internationals today. In Formula One news, McLaren's David Coulthard insisted there was no need to panic after seeing Michael Schumacher put in another dominant display in the new Ferrari. Schumacher completed a 1-2 with teammate Rubens Barrichello in yesterday's qualifying for this weekend's Austrian Grand Prix. Coulthard was more than a second off the pace in 7th, with championship leader Kimi Räikkönen 8th in the other McLaren. But the Scots said it did not mean that Ferrari would go on to dominate the season, even though it could be another 2 races before McLaren introduced their new car. And finally, in golf news, Ireland's Patrick Harrington shot a second-round 66 to go into a 3-shot lead at the Tour Players Championship of Europe. Harrington picked up 2 shots on his outward 9 before carding another 4 birdies on the way home to take his total to 13 under. T.F. Curson, who had shared the overnight lead with Harrington, dropped to second with 69. And that's it for me. For Lotus FM Sports, I'm Nishanta Piriachi. I'll be back this afternoon when I join O'Neill between 4 and 8. Right now, let's trust to Ray for the latest horse racing news.
Thanks. And Nash will be talking about a new book which is releasing sometime this month called Men Stopped Bothering Me When I Started Brushing My Teeth with Mascara. So look forward to that shortly.
Something to look forward to indeed.
Right, sports report. I've got the horse racing. There are race meetings scheduled at Borrowdale Park and Clarewood today. The main event at the Durban track is the 5th race, which is an allowance plate over 1,600 meters, and red badges tipped to win here. And just a reminder to punters that there's a carryover of over 650,000 rand in the pick 6, and the pool is expected to reach 2.5 million rand at least. And don't forget, last Sunday, our selection Delaware Park at 20-1, which we tipped as a good each-way bet, ran third, a very close up third, and with a place dividend of over 5 rand. So some
decent bet, decent odds.
Some great tips coming through on the show. Ever since Tubby left, my selections
have improved.
Have improved tremendously.
Yeah.
So that's your horse racing and your sports news for today.
I know Nishanta's not on the line anymore. Would I be correct, Ray?
That's true.
Yeah, but I hope Nishanta's listening because there's a couple of gentlemen, and this is an absolutely true story. A couple of gentlemen in Johannesburg, ever since Nishanta started to do the sport for our shows, the couple of gentlemen who've been asking me to describe how Nishanta looks, because she sounds absolutely gorgeous on radio.
We haven't described, have we?
We haven't described, but I'll tell you what I've done, you know, I mean, as an honest-to-God friend.
Yeah.
I've told, Nishanta, if you're listening and if her family's listening, I've told all the guys who've asked me to describe you, I've described you in only 4 words.
And that is?
Tall, dark, and handsome. Because Nash,
yeah,
you're the man.
You're the man. You're the man. Just to repeat your GK questions and your cryptic clue for this hour, because in approximately 10 minutes I will give you the next batch of questions. Remember, the show terminates today at 9:30 because we'll be crossing over to the Current Affairs studio for the funeral services of the late Walter Sisulu.
I must tell you just before you do the GK, while you're on the subject of us closing at 9:30, I've received a few telephone calls and a tremendous number of SMSs from loads of people, including Porky, who were not very complimentary about us having to close at 9:30.
I thought you were talking about the song that you sang.
No, the song was brilliant.
Okay.
You're the man.
Okay, thanks so much.
Kumar Sanu, watch out. Ray's in town.
Right, your GK question. What oil is used for cooking underwater in submarines? And your cryptic clue catches up, taking in a little sugar. Your answer is 1 word, 7 letters. Give us a call, 089-310-8789. And in approximately 10 minutes' time, we've got not the 8:45 news.
Yeah, just on that GK question, Ray, what oil will be used for cooking underwater in a submarine?
Yeah.
I think Ashok Ramchandra, there's a job there for him. Because if he became one of those pilots of a submarine, imagine they could kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
What do you mean? Use his hair oil?
Use his hair oil to cook. Just save on the cargo you got to carry. Talking about Nishanta and weddings, she's taken over the role as our most available spinster on the show, because Sheetal Maharaj is no longer a spinster. How is Sheetal doing, by the way?
I haven't seen her in a long, long time.
I do believe that she's now huge.
That's right. And remember, Sheetal's goal has always been to be a big radio personality, and we're pleased to announce that she has only got about 10 more kilos to go.
to put on?
No, she's going to be a big radio personality.
She's going to be a big radio person.
This is the SABC, the silly and absurd broadcasting company.
Yeah, thank you very much. Just some confirmation of that show in Santon, the Kumar Sanu night. We promised you details of the starting time. Because it's on a Sunday, first to the West Street show in Durban, Ray, as you said, the 23rd of May. It starts at 8 o'clock.
That's right, 8 o'clock at the Westbridge Park, and the show at the Santon Convention Center is at 3 p.m.
Correct. That's on the 25th, which is next Sunday. It starts at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. At 14 after 8, to all you guys getting married, we've got a special song from all of us at the weekend, Liftoff, just for you.
कद्दू काट मृदंग बजाया नींबू काट मझीला दुलई साथ में ताली माले झूम के गाए खीला।
अरे खीला नहीं, खीरा, रा रा।
अरे वही तो बोल रहा हूँ, खीला।
अच्छा तो बोल खीला।
कलेले की,
अरे करेले की,
कलेले की हो गई सगाई, सकल कंद नाचन को चली आई। कलेले की हो गई सगाई, सकल कंद नाचन को चली आई। फूलन गोभी तबला बन गए, फूलन गोभी तबला बन गए, लौकी बनी शहनाई। सकल कंद नाचन को चली आई। हा हा अले बाबा ले बाबा ले बाले बा, अले बाबा ले बाबा ले बाले बा। लूट के बैठा प्याज से आलू, उसको दूल से छेड़े का चालू, अलबी ने बात बनाई। हो गई सगाई, सकल कंद नाचन को चली आई।
अरे शकरकंद क्या नाचेगी, मैं नाच के दिखाता हूँ।
किड़ी मकोड़ी की चाल, मकोड़ी किड़ी की चाल, किड़ी मकोड़ी की चाल, मकोड़ी किड़ी की चाल, किड़ी मकोड़ी की चाल चाल, किड़ी मकोड़ी की चाल चाल, किड़ी मकोड़ी की चाल। हाँ दिल्ली मुंबई हो या भटिंडा, हल कोई मांगे बैंगन टिंडा, भिंडी तो सबको ही भाई। कलेले की हो गई सगाई, सकल कंद नाचन को चली आई।